Hey guys, it's a musical note here. Another entry for my Oscar winners playlist. Um, this movie that I watched was the movie Skippy. It won the award for Best Director in 1931. The director was Norman Taurog. It beat Clarence Brown for A Free Soul, Louis Milestone for the Best Picture nominated Front Page, Wesley Ruggles for the Best Picture winner, Cimarron, and Joseph von Stenberg for Morocco. It was also nominated for Best Picture of the Year. It lost to Cimarron. Its lead actor, Jackie Cooper, who played the role of Skippy, didn't win. He lost to Lionel Barrymore for the film A Free Soul. And it was also nominated for Best Writing of an Adaptation. The writers were Joseph L. Mankiewicz and Sam Mintz, based on the comic strip by Percy Crosby. However, it lost to Cimarron by Howard Estabrook, based on the novel by Edna Ferber. Now, before I begin, I would like to note that the lead actor for this movie, Jackie Cooper, was 9 years and 20 days old at the time he was nominated for this award. And to this day, this is a record, and that record is the youngest lead acting nominee in the Oscars. Now, that's not to be confused with the youngest Oscar nominee in history. For that would actually be Justin Henry for his role in Kramer vs. Kramer in 1979. Also note that, given an account of this year's Oscar, the 2013 Oscar, that he, yes, does beat Quvenzhané Wallis's record by 115 days. And for those of you who don't know, Quvenzhané Wallis recently was nominated for Best Actress for the movie Beasts of the Southern Wild. But we're not going to talk about that movie at this time. We're going to talk about Skippy. Now, the movie Skippy is about a boy named Skippy who is the son of a doctor in a high position. So his doctor is like the head of a sanitation board for his town. He gets paid well, and thus Skippy's kind of upper middle class. However, he likes to play with the kids that live at the local shanty town. This was, after all, the Great Depression when this took place. So there is a shanty town of people living in very bad homes. He makes a new friend with a newcomer to this town by the name of Suki. Suki has a dog named Penny. Now, one day, Penny gets loose and gets captured by the local dog catcher. And the local dog catcher's pretty mean in this shanty town. He gives the kids 3 days to cough up $3 to pay for the dog. Now, that's $3 to pay for the dog. However, they also have to pay another $3 to pay for the broken window of his car's windshield, which those two kids are blamed for, but it's actually the dog catcher's son. But the dog catcher's son, bit of a squealer, he's just like, "Oh no, they did it. I didn't do it." To make matters even worse, Skippy's dad is also ordering the town to be torn down due to its unsanitary conditions. So a lot of people are kind of not liking Skippy around this town. It's a cute movie. It's just an adorable film to watch with your family or even to show to your kids. The man who directed this film was Norman Taurog. Enough. First of all, this is his big breakthrough. After this, he went on directing many other films, even getting nominated for a Best Director Oscar again in 1938 for the film Boys Town. But here's an interesting story about him directing Skippy. And this is told from Jackie Cooper in his autobiography much later on when he grows up. When they were filming the movie, there's one scene where Skippy needed to cry, and Norman Taurog needed Jackie Cooper to cry. Of course, here's the interesting thing. Norman Taurog is Jackie Cooper's uncle. In order to get him to cry, he actually threatened to shoot Cooper's dog. So I guess he took his director's vision a little too far, but he threatened to shoot Cooper's dog. Probably at the time they filmed this movie, he'd be 8 years old. He was young. Thus, nonetheless, he got him to cry. But since then, of course, Norman didn't shoot his dog, and with that, it kind of created a strain on sort of the nephew-uncle relationship between Cooper and Norman, to the point where eventually he just started leaning towards hatred of the man, and they rarely ever spoke to each other again. Norman Taurog's career continued. doing many variety types of films, eventually towards musicals, and by the time of the 1960s, after he got his Hollywood star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, he started doing a lot of Elvis Presley movies before retiring in 1968. Out of the list of award winners that I've watched in these first 4 years of the Oscar, this is definitely like the most family friendly movie you can watch. If you are a parent with a little kid and you want to watch a movie and you want to watch like an old movie for some odd reason, or actually, no, that's actually a good reason because many of the kids' movies that are released nowadays suck. This movie does not suck. It's really cute. It's adorable. Uh, it's little kids interacting and trying to make a difference for the sake of the life of one dog. And what's even more amazing is Jackie Cooper's performance. He carries this film, even though he's like 9 years old. He comes off as a very witty child. It's not so much his sort of his dramatic acting. He does have his dramatic moments, but the way he converses with the other kids has this sort of sharp wit to him, you know, and the style that he must have taken that from his dad. It's cute, and I'd really recommend watching this. The only thing I'd say if you are gonna watch this, um, I'd recommend putting it on closed captioning. The version I watched it, of course, these are using recording equipment that's not as advanced or digital, or they're not able to tweak some stuff. The year is 1931, so some of the high pitched words of the kids might not be as comprehensible. But otherwise, it's an enjoyable movie. Hey, maybe the reason I didn't understand it as well is because I was watching a bootlegged version on YouTube. And if you want to watch this movie, I actually have the link to watch this movie on YouTube. Granted, it's broken down to different parts, but the username down there actually has all the parts of the movie, and I'm pretty sure that person bootlegged it from a videotape. So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. But I definitely recommend watching this movie, which is why I'll give it 3 stars, 3 out of 4. It's just good. It's just flat out good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.